Hello Flosstube friends, my name is Sylvia and my channel name is Becky's Land. Welcome to a new cross-stitch update. So my lovelies, how have you been? How are you? I hope everything is alright with you, and I want to thank you all for stopping by today for a visit, because I'm so happy that you didn't give up on me again and join me for my cross-stitch update. I hope you enjoy it a little bit and what I have to show and what I would like to share with you. So if you want to, please feel free to grab something to drink. I brought my cappuccino as usual, because I always need a little sip of my cappuccino. I hope you don't mind, but I would like to invite you for a cup of whatever, tea or water, whatever you like to drink. So yes, I don't want to talk a lot about my live update, because that's my clock because now you know it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, my life kind of has been a really bumpy road last year, and a lot has happened, and we made once again a few changes. You can see I'm once again in a new place. We moved at the end of the year, and I wasn't able to record a video. I just wasn't. Let's just say it like that. I wasn't able to. I didn't have the energy at the end of the year, because 2018 was a really, really, really busy and crazy year. And yeah, lots of things has happened. And I'm not here to talk about my life update. I'm here to talk about my cross-stitching. Unfortunately, my cross-stitch suffered last year a lot. I don't have as much finishes as I usually have, but that's okay. Sometimes life interferes, I think. That's just life. But 2019, let's hope it will be a better year in cross-stitch and in general. And let's hope I get a few fully finished objects, because my box of shame is already yeah, I have a few things in it, and I really would like to fully finish a few things. And but the 2019 started already, I think, good, because I already have 3 fully finished objects. So in short, FFOs. And I would like to get started with it right away. First, I would like to apologize for my sniffling. Allergies are already kicking in. Yeah, the season has started early, end of February, and I already have allergies. That's, yeah, kind of early, I think. But if it's too much, I will stop this video for a second to collect myself again. Okay, let's get started. I have started in January 2019. I made a few plans. I made a list what I would like to stitch. I have 2 work in progress carried over from 2018. I would like to talk about that. And my rotation plan is still in the work. I'm not completely happy with how I rotate, so there might be a few changes along the year. I started, I want to stitch a few more smaller pieces this year, because with all the whips I had on the go last year and wasn't able to stitch as much as I wanted to, the smalls suffered. And as you know, I like to stitch smalls and I like to decorate smalls, and yeah, that didn't happen. I don't have as many space to decorate as I used to have, so we will see where the road is going, the journey is going. So The first piece I stitched in 2019 was a piece from Heart in Hand. Let's see if I have the chart. No, I already have the chart somewhere else, but I have a picture. I started stitching this leggy bird from Heart in Hand. You know, I have a few of those leggy birds because I like them very much. I think they are so funny, and I always had a problem with a red bird for January, because January in my decoration is always blue. I have snowmans with blue scarves or whatever, so I had a little problems. That's why I haven't stitched the winter bird yet, but I did this year, and I started in stitching it in blue. I'm not sure, the sun is interfering today, a little bit awkward. I stitched this, and I have to look at my notes. Where are they? That's not, here it is, here it is. I stitched it on Belfast Vintage Blue, and it's a little bit bluish, but not as bright blue as you might think. So, and I think it turned out pretty on this blue fabric. That's the first time I tried something on blue, and I had to try out a few colors for the bird, and I came up with, let me just check, Gentle Art Sampler Thread Blue Jay. So, and I think it turned out, it's a pretty blue. And I changed the middle thing, it's white, and I put in a few straight stitches. And the snowman scarf is charted with two colors. I think it's green and red, and I only stitched the red, and it is, let me just check, what have I, Weeks Dye Works Lancaster Red. So, and then I had the winter wording in green, I think it was dried thyme, and I posted a picture on Instagram, but I didn't like the greenish, so I used the lighter part of this blue jay, and now I'm happy with it. Put on a little bow, as all my leggy birds have, and have a nice little blue fabric on the back. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, how it turned out. That was my first finish for 2019 and my first FFO. Yoo-hoo! So then I have the second one I finished, was a piece from Lizzie Kate. I have all the flip it stamps from Lizzie Kate stitched, except February and December, because I'm not so happy, I was not so happy that the heart is divided into two colors. I didn't like that. Somehow it didn't speak to me. The same goes with the December cushion. I don't like the December stamp. I don't like a mitten, a blue mitten for Christmas. So I have to change that as well. But other than that, I have stitched all the flip it stamps. So I had to come up with something different for the heart. Not completely happy, but it's done. I'm happy. So what was it what I wanted to say? I don't know. It's too much what I want to talk about. Let's see. That's how I finished it the day before yesterday. So that's my third fully finished, but my second finish for 2019. So I came up with only one color, and let me just check what I used. Just a second. This must be Rose Garden. This must be Rose Garden or Victorian Pink. No, that can't be. It is Rose Garden from Sampler Threads. Yeah. and the roses in between is Victorian sampler thread, I think. And where is the picture? As you can see, the flowers are yellow on the chart. The designer, I would like to ask for their forgiveness, but usually I stitch what the designer makes, because I always trust the designer, but sometimes it's just like, it's not me, it doesn't speak to me, and that's why sometimes I need to change a little bit the colors. So that's my version, and I stitched it on Belfast Cashel, on Cashel white. So that's how I did it. Yeah, and that's the back. You will see this kind of fabric a lot because it matches perfectly to the February colors I stitched. I used this red, this dark red is a little stripe in this checker fabric, so it's perfect. But I don't have any left, or not much left. So yeah, that's my February flip it stamp. Finish number 2, fully finish number 3. Skipped ahead. Excuse me. Finish number 2 and number 3. Get a little bit confused. I stitched something that a stitchy friend in the States, Kathy, hi my lovely Kathy, Kentucky woman stitcher, gifted me a chart, and I needed to stitch it because it's February, it's pink and it has hearts, and yeah, it's just lovely. Thank you so much. And I stitched once again my version. The hearts here are brown, and a brown heart isn't my thing, so I switched out a little bit the thread colors. If you are interested, please feel free, ask me, and I will give you every detailed information you want to have. And Kathy sent me the little button heart as well, but I didn't use the button heart. I made something else. I used some different buttons. So that's my version of V1 hearts from Heart in Hand. I stitched it on white. Let's see, I think it is Cashel as well, with overdyes. And once again, I used this kind of fabric for the back because all the colors are matching the colors of the thread in the hearts. And I used tiny little buttons here, and I made a yo-yo. That's my thing, you know. The only thing is I am out of practice sewing those cushions. The rickrack is a little bit wonky. It was getting a little bit on my nerve. I had to redo it 3 or 4 times. So when you have to rip out 3 or 4 times, somehow you don't wanna. You want to have it finished. And yeah, but it's okay. That's why I had to make such a big yo-yo, because at the end you can see that it's wonky. So I will put my finger on it so you see only the good side of the rickrack. Yeah, that's it. And that's how I display all my, not all my cushions, but a few of mine. I wanted to say a new basket. It's not a new basket. I have it for a long time, and my napkin holder doesn't fit anymore because I already have a lot of, you know, so I needed a little bigger one. And I don't want to have anything else other than my cushions in it and a tiny little bit of greenery here and there, and that's it. I don't want more. You know, all the other cushions, I think I made this a few years ago and this a few years ago. So if you want to, I will show you. Someone messaged me, you want to see my cushions once again, but I think that's kind of boring, you know, all my cushions. for those who have followed me. And if you really want to see them, I need to make maybe another video for all those. You can see it in my basket. Oops, that's not what I intended to have. So, okay, that's it. Those are 3 starts and 3 finishes and 3 FFOs in 2019. Yoo-hoo! That's not bad. I'm pretty happy with it. On Instagram, I always post, not always, but I post mostly of my stitchy stuff, and I have posted a few of my stitchy finishes, and I have a few finishes carried over from last year and 2017 and 2016. I have so many in my box of shame that I really would like to fully finish a few of them this year. And someone suggested I should start a hashtag. So Michelle from the Farm Girl has a hashtag Stitch 9 Challenge. So this kind lady suggested I should use a hashtag FFO9 Challenge. So yeah, I jumped in. I have, for me now, I have an FFO9 challenge. So let's see. From the picture I posted for this FFO9 challenge, I have only FFO'd 1. So the other 2 aren't counting because they're not on the picture, but I think they count, don't they? 3 finishes are not bad, fully finishes. So that's it for the fully finishes, and I have a finish number 4, and I'm pretty happy that I have it finished. It is, I started it this year in 2018. Let's see, where is the picture? I think I've shown it to you on my previous videos that I would like to stitch it. A few years ago I stitched it for my friend for her birthday, and it turned out so cute that I always wanted to stitch one for myself but never got to it, and now at least I stitched it. She has a fully finished piece, but I hope that I am able to fully finish it. So it is from this book from Christiane Dahlbeck. This is a German designer, and I really like her stuff. She changed a little bit her taste last year, the year before, so I don't have all of her books anymore, but the older ones still are my favorites. And maybe you can see, let me see without glare, that's it. That's the bunny who is kissing the frog, and I think that's just too cute. So as you can see here, the frog has a few French nuts, and I didn't do it. I didn't like that. I have made a few French nuts on the frog, but I didn't like that. So I ripped them out, and now my frog doesn't have French nuts. Just a second, I grab the stitched piece. It's ironed, but since I already tried how I want to finish it, it has a few wrinkles. So that is my bunny kissing the frog. Isn't he the cutest? I stitched this on Belfast linen in white, and I used, like Christiane Dahlbeck recommends, the Blomstergarn, the Danish thread. I've talked about this Danish thread. It's 1 thread over 2. It's wonderful to stitch thread. The only thing was getting a little bit on my nerve. It makes knots, so that's not so good. It often makes knots when you stitch. But other than that, I think he's just too cute. He's just too cute. So my thing, or my idea, was to finish it as a cube, but I'm not sure anymore because I don't have as much space to decorate as I used to have, so I'm not sure, but I think it would be not a bad idea to finish it as a cube, I think, or maybe just a flat fold. I haven't done a flat fold either, so yeah, we will see. Something will come out of it. That's my finish number 4 for this year, and that's it for all the finishes and fully finishes. And I apologize, but I need to take a short break and a sip. Thank you very much. So, what's next? Should we talk about my work in progress? I think so. Let's talk about my work in progress, and I would like to start with my carryover from 2018. So let's start with not really the oldest one. I don't remember if this is the oldest one, but it is for sure from last year, and I'm not so happy with it. So I'm not so happy with it that I haven't done anything on it, that I haven't been a lot further. So maybe you remember there was a stitch along with Tracy Michaels on Instagram, and I think all the participants are already fully finished or finished with the piece, and I'm not, but that's okay. That's something I learned about having more than one project at the time. I don't like that anymore. I would like to have one project at the time for a theme. So I don't start any Halloween stitching this medium size or large until this piece is finished, because otherwise I'm not getting anything done. That's not for me. That's not for me. I need something. I have a rotation plan, so I have 4 weeks, and for each week I have a theme, and on the weekend I stitch something small. I came up with a new hashtag just for me, Saturday for smalls. That means that I will stitch smalls on Saturday, and I have Santas for Sunday, and I have a week for smalls, so I can continue to stitch until it's finished, or I can start something new small, and I have it depends what you call small. So, and I have I will tell you later. That's too much for now. I would like to talk about my work in progress, and we will get there when I hit the next work in progress. So that was a kind of side note. Anyway, that's my work in progress. It's called WIP in short, work in progress. And I really would like to finish it because I like it. I bought the chart because I like it. So, and I really would like to finish it, but somehow I didn't. Yeah, I didn't have the time. So, here's the story. Can you see the tree? Let's see which tree it was. This tree. I stitched the tree, okay? I stitched the tree with the recommended Belle Soie. And I had the tree, let's see, yeah, about here. I stitched the whole tree until here, where the bird starts. And then I noticed that the Belle Soie made stripes. And I absolutely didn't like that. Really, people, I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. It bugged me so much that so Anyway, you know me, those who are watching my channel for a while know if it is bugging me, I have to rip it out. So no progress at all because I ripped out all this bell swar. So now I have to start the tree all over again. But that's okay. At some point I will get to this piece and then it will be done and then it will be beautiful, I think. Yeah. But my rotation for autumn and Halloween starts, I think, in June. So not yet, I'm not yet stitching any Halloween pieces because I would like to stitch a few spring and some different pieces. So yeah, that's my progress on her. I stitched this on Belfast, I believe, Vintage Dune. Let me just check. Yeah, that's Belfast Vintage Dune. And yeah, it's with overdyes. No, with overdyes. And it's done when it's done. Yeah, overdyes. So that's bugging me a little bit. I don't like to have a lot of starts and not finish a thing. That's not me. I have to reach for the next thing. The next work in progress that I carried over is Nora Corbett. You might have seen, I'm not sure if I showed it to you. I'm sorry, I think the sun gives me a lot of glare here. I'm not so completely sure. That's the Bluebell from Nora Corbett. And here I have, I think, I would say, good progress. I stitched on her, yeah, I think I have a good progress on her. So, not much to do. I'm not sure about the glare, people. So, that's the sun is, let me just a second, let me just pause this video for a second and I close the blinds because I'm not sure. Do you see good? Yeah, it's not so shiny as it looks on camera. Okay, let's try it again. So, I've put in all the Kreinik. It's all Kreinik, people. That's all Kreinik, people. And then, because I haven't stitched on her for a long time, the last part, let's say half of it, half of the wing, when I was done with the Kreinik, I remembered should have used Thread Heaven. I did stitch the Kreinik without Thread Heaven, and that's why it bothered me so much. It would have been much more faster and easier with Thread Heaven, but I can stitch Kreinik good. As I don't have any problems with Kreinik. I like to stitch it. Yeah, good. I think it's good. So, only her face and the bluebells. And I'm not sure when the next rotation begins, but it's a week, and a week of stitching, I think you can have good progress if you have the time to stitch a week. And I only stitch at night, you know. I have 2, maybe 3 hours at night to stitch, so it's not much at night because sometimes I'm so tired and then I have to give up. I just have to quit and call it a night. So, what's next? Then, the next piece I wanted to stitch, I wanted to make, I'm not sure, I don't remember correctly, I think I wanted to start something on Christmas Eve, a new start. On Christmas Eve, I wanted to start, I had everything kitted up, and I wanted to start finally and Heaven and Nature Things from Kathy Barrick. So I really wanted to start this on Christmas Eve. I have everything kitted up. Not a project bag. I wasn't able to sew as much project bags as I need. I will stitch it with silks. I have bought the silks. It's the first time I'm trying out silks, but I wanted to, and I will stitch it on 40 count. So I thought. But then Laura from Messy Situation posted a picture. She wanted to start for her birthday a piece from Blackbird Design. So, and she started and she posted, and she was so I don't know the right word in English. She was so happy. Let's just say she was talking, and she was so, I don't come up with the right word for it. Excited maybe, excited, and yeah, she so enjoyed stitching on 40 count and with one thread and the piece, and she loved it so much, and she was talking and talking and talking, and it got right into my ear, and I thought, yes, now it's the time. You want to stitch it for so long, now is the time. You stitch it because Laura said so. And that's why I started the Christmas garden. The Christmas garden. She's stitching it from the new book. I have the old leaflet where it's only the Christmas garden in it. Okay? So, now people, I've decided I stitch it on 40 count. Never, 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 never ever thought I will stitch on 40 count. But, I'm sorry, I thought I'd give it a try. 40 count. People, this piece is the main reason. You are the main reason. You know that. You are the main reason. But stitch-wise, this is the reason why I wanted to make a new video desperately for a long time. Because I wanted to talk about this piece. People, I tell you, I'm hooked. Maybe that's the right word. 40 count is the new gem. I'm so in love, you have no idea. It's very tiresome. I'm so exhausted when I'm done. After an hour, my neck is hurting, my shoulder is burning. It's so, yeah, so it's a very, very slow progress. But it's progress, and I'm so happy. I can't tell you enough how happy I am. I am stitching Christmas garden on 40 count with one thread over 2, and I love it. It's amazing. It's amazing. I stitched this basket 3 times or 4 times, 3 times for sure. First it was completely done and I didn't like how it looked. I ripped out everything. Then I didn't like how it looked. I ripped out everything. So I stitched the basket for 3 times. And I rip out a lot because I don't know, maybe I don't like my stitches, and I don't like, oh, and this over die you have, or I would like to have this kind of variegation, and then you have to rip it out again because you don't have the variegation like you want to have. But it really, really is awesome. I think besides everything else, I enjoy to stitch. That's why I'm so slow. I like to enjoy every single cross I make, and if I don't like the cross, I rip it out and I stitch only with one hand. I'm not a 2-hand stitcher. I like the slow progress. I really like to enjoy what I stitch. I don't need to be a fast stitcher. But this is the far most enjoyable thing I ever stitched. Really, it's amazing. And this excitement, maybe that's the right word. Laura is so excited, and yeah, it's amazing. I really enjoy it, and that's the reason why I needed to talk about this, because you're the only one who understands what I'm talking to. When I'm exhausted after an hour stitching on this piece and tell my husband, oh, my shoulder is hurting, or my burning, or my neck is burning, he said, yeah, why do you stitch such a piece? Choose something else. And I said, no. And you are the only one who understands that. So yeah, that's really, really amazing. And I made a project bag for it, and I'm not so happy with it. I need to rip the whole piece out because yeah, that's me. I'm not happy with it, how it turned out. So, and I don't have enough fabric left for a new one, so I need to rip that out and do it again. Anyway, I'm so happy with this piece, I can tell you. Thank you. And I thought I will start the heaven and earth things, heaven and nature things on New Year's Eve, but then I thought, no, I enjoy stitching the blackbird design so very much. I will continue stitching on that piece, and when the Christmas garden is finished, I will start heaven and nature things. Okay, I think that's better for me. That's just a better way for me. That's how I do. So what have we next? We have another Christmas piece. We have another Christmas bag, project bag. I always wanted to stitch the Prairie Schooler Santas. I only have 2 fully finished Santas from Prairie Schooler, and yeah, I always wanted to have more in my basket. I would like to have a basket of its own. Other than that, I enjoy stitching those and I like those, and yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Santa Sundays, I think, is the hashtag, and I decided this year will be the Santa Sundays for the Old World Santas. I have the leaflets. There are 3 or 4 leaflets that I have, and that's how they look. I'm not sure, do you see that right? I can't see it really good. So what do I have? I think I have, which one I have? This one I have ready, and I think this one I have ready. And now I've stitched, let's see, no, I have him and him as a fully finished, and now I stitched this one and in progress this one. Let's see, sorry, he's in the hoop, still in the hoop, on the hoop, it's always the same. So here is, let's see about the sun, here is the first one I finished. I'm sorry about the wrinkles, and here's how I have the second one. I could have finished him today, but now I'm shooting a new video, so I'm not sure if I stitch on him today. Yeah, that's the sun, that's better, that's better. Let me just close the blinds for a second, just a second. Finally we have some sunshine, and immediately close the blinds. That's, yeah, that's how a lot better to see. I hope the first part of this video is good enough to post, because I don't know if there is anything not good about the lighting or whatever. I don't shoot this again. I had such a hard time to prepare everything for a recording and find the time for a recording, so if anything isn't the way you want to, can't help it, you have to take it just the way it is. So, but that's much better. Okay, so And I will finish it the same way as I have the other two ones. Just simple. No shisha. So, and last, my spring start. Yeah, he's also in the hoop. Sorry, a little bunny from the trilogy. Happy bunny, happy bunny, happy bunny, happy bunny. Yeah, he is giving me a hard time, the bunny. The bunny is giving me a really hard time. Oh my god, people, you have no idea how many times I ripped out the white stitches. I tried everything. I tried thread heaven, I tried different needle sizes. Stitching white is just, but you know that, I don't have to tell you. So, yeah, he will be cute. He will be cute when he's done. He will be cute. Not sure how I finish it, but or fully finish it, but for now I'm stitching him. So that's it. That's all I have for today. But I think that's enough for today. I didn't go into pieces from last year because that would be too much. And yeah, I just wanted to stop by. Thank you so much for your visit today. I just wanted to say hello. I'm still here, just not able to record. And some of you who maybe watched my last video might want to know what I was talking about when I was so excited about the news coming into our life. And since I have a few minutes, I will tell you. There was so much going on last year, and we moved for the third time this year, not this year, last year, 2018. We moved in November again, and at the end of the year I was so knocked out I wasn't able to do anything. So, I don't know the English word for it, because my husband and I, we bought a new home, a new place to live, a new home on 4 wheels. Let's just say it like that. Maybe it's called camper van. I don't know what you call it in the States or in English, or we call it Wohnmobil. So that means we are living, wohnen, mobil. So because we can go to places and stay there as long as we want to, and if we don't like it there anymore, we can move forward to the next place. But we always have our bed with the bathroom with us, and the kitchen, and we have everything we need with us, even my stitching. I'm not sure about my sewing machine, but I'm sure I will find a place in this car where I can hide my sewing machine. Anyway, that's the good news that came out of last year. We had to make a lot of different moves and maybe crazy moves, but it had to be done, and yeah, it just had to be done. And now we have rented a very, very tiny little small space just to have an address that's needed in Germany. You have to have an address where you are registered, and maybe I'm mistaken about that, but we want to have a place where we are registered and where our address is. But as soon as our new home, where our new home on 4 wheels comes out of its winter place, we will start traveling. So I'm not sure when I'm able to record a new video. I really would like to record now and then to give you an update on my cross stitch, because I missed that, talking to you about cross-stitching. You are the people who understands when I'm talking about Christmas garden and linen and threads and stuff, and I miss you. I miss that you respond and that you get in contact with me. I miss that. Some of you have reached out and missed me, and that's a nice feeling. I don't want to be missed because I'm not absent to be missed. Don't get me mistaken. But don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's just such a lovely and kind community, and I'm thankful that you have invited me and let me be part of it. So that's what I want to say. Okay, so what else to say? Yeah, our RV is still sleeping in his winter place, but yeah, I hope soon it will come out, and then we prepare everything, and I'm not sure where we will travel. I think at first we will stay within Germany because I have to go to my eye treatment and check up once a month, and yeah, that's not so good, and not sure how how I will deal with it when we go traveling further than just Germany, so when we are in a foreign country. But we will see. We have to deal when the time is there. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Babbled on at the end of this video long enough. If you want to, you can stay for a second. I will post a photo. I will put in a photo at the end of this video from our new place on wheels. Yeah, I don't know what I will call it. Will I call it Wohnmobil like we do in Germany, or mobile home, even if it isn't a mobile home like you know it in the States? I have seen some call it camper van. We will see how I call it. Okay, thank you so much once again for stopping by and for your visit. I really hope you like it and you enjoyed it a little bit. Please take good care of yourself and stay safe wherever you are. And yeah, maybe we will see each other someday or here on Flosstube again soon. Yeah, people, take good care. Love you. A big hug to you. Bye.